Hey guys, it's Go here from Aimon 14, and I'm here with you guys today with another progress video. I know that it's been a minute. I've been juggling a couple of content ideas, and there's been some changes with the content creator program, which I won't really go into today, but we are going to go ahead and start the video off with my family's Grumpy Big Head progress, and we are at level 91, and we've been here for almost a week. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys why. So it's kind of just ridiculous. Here we go. Yep. He's got quite a bit of HP. He one-shots basically all of us. We're lucky to last 10 seconds, right? We have a couple whales that seem to be able to make it for a little while. But his HP is so high, and we have so few players left, that it's even difficult for them to try to make any big moves here right now. That's one of them down. And the second one here is going down very soon once his shield drops. And yeah, that's kind of generally how difficult the big head at 91 is. Of course, if you see the health bar, there's really no chance that we are going to progress to the next stage. And it's been this way for almost a week. I would say that the difficulty jump happens around 89 and especially around 90. Once you hit 90, the difficulty is just completely ridiculous. This is our last whale here, pretty much fighting for his life as a warrior. And yeah, we're going to have no chance at completing this. So I will go ahead and back out and start with the other areas of my character. So the first thing that I would like to share with you is we finally got our class awakening. And so we are now the Martial Sage. In my previous videos, I mentioned that I would be axe up to awakening, and then I would switch to sword whenever I get the awakening. And the primary reason for that is because this shattering axe active skill is just not good. This right here, the reflect 160% of basic attack damage when hit. Now this is pretty substantial. It actually doubles, I believe it's double from the Warmonger here. Yeah. So it doubles here. That is really good. I like that a lot. The problem is the shattering axe pretty much makes you waste a good portion of your counter damage buff here. And it also extends the fight, which you don't really want to do as an axe warrior, right? You really want the fight to be fast. You want your counters to hit hard. And because there's a delay from you being hit with, the launching effect going on, it pretty much works against you. I don't know who decided to design this, but it was not very keen, in my opinion. It definitely changes the overall effectiveness of the Axe Warrior. And so, we reached Awakening. We switched to the Sword. I've personally done some bouncing around for some PvE push with Archer. But overall, I'm enjoying the Sword Warrior quite a bit. I will be providing some more specific Sword Warrior content and tips coming in very soon. This here will just be an overall look at my class, what I'm doing, the skills that I'm using, which is right here for the moment. And I'm overall enjoying this setup quite a bit. The shield stacks really nice on the Martial Sage. 100 slashes is always doing good on the Warrior. And if you have enough crit, Worldly Snare is still a good option. And I would recommend everybody to be using Blitz Assault and the Smoke Bomb skill. My pals changed just a slight bit, and now I am using the Hipster Tortoise, the Electric Pup, the Treasure Dragon, the Rainbow Guardian, and the Angel Deer. As for my prayers, they are pretty much the same as they were before. I know that this isn't the most optimal setup. Of course, I still have an SS there, but I'm going to go ahead and save for Pray Rush now, because we all know how hard it is to guarantee a triple S of your desired stat, and 138k offerings is not going to do it. So we're playing the long game here right now. For my rush tokens, the last spinner I did pretty good. I had a pretty high fondness ranking thanks to a lot of people. I even had people somehow off server that was donating to me, and I'm not sure if I showed my my ID before, my UID, but overall it went really well. I was able to get quite a few rush tokens, and I will be pushing here for the Cloud Drifter, for the global attack, and for the overall effects when I decide to play the mage. Now, for my back accessory talents, I know I've been getting a lot of questions about this, and I'm sorry that sometimes I've missed this in the past. I do try to cover everything on the fly, but everyone makes mistakes, so I really appreciate you guys bearing with me on this. So I focused attack first because it's easy to get defense as a warrior, and I do primarily play the warrior. And because of the 30% defense stat passive, it's very easy to get the base defense and have it above your other two base stats, your attack and HP. So I am compensating by focusing attack and then focusing HP to buff my shield. As for my gear luck, we're not really looking at much. I'm even what I would consider to be below the Goldilocks zone for Counter-Strike right now. To be honest with you, the game just doesn't really like me on warrior gear. If I show you here on my archer gear, I mean, it's just, my crit rate is very, very high. I have a much easier time playing as archer right now simply because the amount of crit rate and combo gear that I have, I think I'm 7 or 6 out of 10. And so it's, it's very, very easy to do the PvE content as an archer. Of course, you're still weak to warriors as always, but I did test it out. I would say that my archer gear is better than my warrior gear, even though I don't really play the archer very much, and it's kind of frustrating in that regard. But we keep playing, we keep going, of course. Another thing I wanted to mention real quick before I move on from the rush shop and everything is that this pal here, this mount rather, is very, very good for the warrior. There is likely only a couple more mounts that will come out that is better for us as warriors. The shield is nice, the reduced damage taken synergizes really well with the other passives, and of course you can never go wrong with 15% extra attack. And so overall, if you are maining a warrior, I would focus on this to a point. Why am I going for the Cloud Drifter instead? Well, I want the global attack, and if I decide to switch to the mage, this is a very good mount if you're playing mage because of your skill crit, and you get, of course, the 20% attack boost, which you can't go wrong with. My souls have generally stayed the same. I am focusing more on HP right now when I can, because like I said, the Sword Warrior has that shield passive, and I'm trying to buff that as much as I can through pumping my HP stats right now so that I could get a little more tankiness, because when you go from Axe Warrior to Sword Warrior on the Awakening, you're just coming from Axe Warrior and you feel kind of squishy. And so I'm trying to compensate for that, build a little bit more into the Sword Warrior over time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not, an instant change where it's just broken OP. It's going to take a little bit of investment. And so I am pumping my HP right now to get that going. I did finally get my broom mount as well. And now I would recommend, if you're at this point in your mount upgrades, I would recommend to just save clock winders from this point and do mount rush. The amount of clock winders that you will need continuing on from this point is just absolutely massive. I would definitely go for the marathon type outlook when you're upgrading your mount from this point forward. Do not view it as a sprint. Think of yourself in a marathon and make your little gains whenever you can. But honestly, I would prioritize the mount rush, especially if you're a warrior and you're wanting to get your Adapto slime. This is going to be an easy way to do it. If you already have your tier 7 mount, you can pretty much just cruise at that point. So there you go. The Grumpy Big Head is finally done. He lived forever. It's ridiculous. But I seriously doubt that we passed that stage. It's been about a week now. I wanted to mention real quick as well that I do have a Discord server link in the description that you can join at any time for personal help from many great people and great players in the Legend of Mushroom community. They are very respectful. Please be respectful yourself when you join, but you are free to join in the description link if you would like some more personal tailored help to your build and your progress, and just meet some new friends. Like I said, there's a lot of really great people in there. I really couldn't be any happier with the progress that the Discord server has made, and I hope that the people that are already there are enjoying the benefits of being there. So guys, I wanted to mention one more thing, and this is my tech park. And we finally got the Shroom Art of War done. I probably made an honest mistake, and I pumped the earlier tiers a lot more than I should have. I was wanting the stats, but eventually got to the point where it was really expensive anyway, so I went ahead and saved for this. Opened up our tiers here. I pumped my attack a little bit, but now I'm going for the HP to synergize with my soul and everything like that. And here I will share my talents. And you can see I'm going a little bit more for HP over defense, and I'm still keeping my attack up. But I'm trying to get that HP going on my Sword Warrior, and I would recommend that you do the same, because you're relying a little bit more on your shield passive compared to the Axe Warrior, where you are just kind of trying to 3-shot them with your counters if possible. But Sword is definitely lower in damage. I do want to mention that. It is not as big of a damage dealer as the Axe Warrior, but I believe that time will show that Sword Warrior is the better Awakened Path for Warrior. The Shattering Axe skill is just not good. It's just really wonky. I'm pretty overall disappointed with it, but it is what it is. Maybe one day they will decide to make a change with that. And one last achievement that we have made, guys, since my last progress video. And I've mentioned this before, but just for the people that haven't heard, we hit 1,000 subscribers finally on the channel. And I really appreciate you guys for that. Can't really be any happier. I didn't expect it to really be as good as it is. I really enjoy helping you guys. It's been a really fun time. And I really have no complaints about it, guys. I really appreciate the help and the support for the channel. And I hope that you guys are also getting some benefits and some help from the channel as well, and from the Discord. And so guys, this is all that I have for you today. Please remember the Discord link in the description. And I hope that you guys enjoy this update. I will see you next time.